This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
I love every kind of cat. I just want to hug all of them, but I can't hug every cat. Can't hug every cat. So anyway, I am a cat lover and I love to run. I'm sorry I'm thinking about cats again. I really love cats. I'm thinking about cats again and again and again and again and again.
Hello. It's Cat Chat. We're going to head out to Maine. A bill to make Maine's animal trespass law applied to cats swiftly ran up against opposition from cat lovers on Monday. Herding cats, as it turns out, may be simpler than getting people to agree on how to keep them from roaming and killing birds. Vicky Dadrasher says she's a rep. She says that she likes cats. Her most recent cats were named Tom and Jerry. Very original, Vicky. She said cats are getting a free and unfettered pass for the harm that they do to bird populations. So the bill she sponsored would add cats to the state's animal trespass law. So if you were a cat owner in Maine and you let your cat outside, you could be fined anywhere from $50 to $500.
Wow.
Yeah. One lawmaker was a former police officer who was skeptical of enforcement, and another was a farmer who had 10 barn cats and raised questions about feral cats.
No.
That's true. Shelter officials fear they'd be swamped by cats, and a veterinarian feared euthanizing cats if the change was made. But even some opponents of the bill acknowledge that cat owners need to be educated about the danger that their pets pose to birds if allowed outside. I feel that same way. I don't know. I think, like you were saying earlier with balloons, like once people have the education, then they know, or they just make the decision that balloons are not for them. They don't want to participate anymore. And I feel like once you learn all the stuff about letting your cat outside, people will be more inclined to leave them in.
Well, if you're an animal lover anyways. You know, there's an old adage. You can take your mom to Maine, but you can't bang her.
Well, John, I've never heard that one before.
You learn a lot listening to the radio.
Mm-hmm.
I just made that up.
Oh, so now you're lying.
I'm not technically lying. I'm shooting from the hip.
All right.
I just shot myself in the balls.
Now, we were talking about balloons ending up in all kinds of places. Stoughton to Massachusetts, and where was that other guy from? Racine to Canada. Police in Kansas made a surprising discovery over the weekend when they scanned a cat's microchip and found that the feline had somehow made it to the Midwest all the way from South Florida.
That's amazing.
I know.
Hitched a ride on a 18-wheeler.
She took the train.
Take the train.
Wandering orange tabby named Lucky was spotted in Prairie Village about 10 miles south of Kansas City, Missouri, after disappearing from its home in Miami nearly 1,500 miles away. They do not know how the cat got to Kansas. She's been missing for more than 2 years. So I suppose she could have walked all the way there. The pet parent was contacted and was still holding out hope that Lucky would come home.
Wow.
So that's pretty awesome. They thought, the owner thought Lucky had been stolen, and they filed a police report years ago.
Mm-hmm. It is amazing how sometimes like a cat will be missing 5 years and it's 3 blocks down the road.
Yeah.
Somebody takes it in, or or the cat doesn't like you. It says, "I'm gonna." That friendship talk we had a little bit ago? Like, I'm just gonna casually unfriend for a couple of years.
Right. The cat's like, "Have you considered that you're the problem?"
Right. Don't cry for me, Argentina. I'm down the road taking a nap.
I left on my own free will.
It's interesting though the trespass law, because they're good for rodents too. When we had a stray when I lived out in Mazo, I took it in. I befriended a little fella, took him in, and got adopted by a family in Janesville, which I thought was kind of cool. He was such a pretty cat. I didn't want anything to that. But I had coyotes out there. I mean, it's kind of natural evolution. Takes care of itself.
Sure.
But I hear you. There's too many. Aren't there enough birds in the world?
No, we're seeing a bird and an insect decline.
Yeah?
Yeah. So we just got to be good stewards of the earth, John. So Leave your cat inside and don't buy balloons.
What are you supposed to do with the feral cat? What are you supposed to do with those? I mean,
Well, don't feed them.
muzzle them so they get them hooked on that crack cat food. They'll stop eating bugs.
Right. Get them hooked on the cheap cat food that gives them urinary tract infections. There you go.
When I used to board, I saw one of the farm cats take a pigeon down once. It was impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, lightning fast. I mean, just the predatory skill it took to sneak up on it.
Yeah.
Not that the pigeon's kind of an airhead. He's just sitting there, blah, blah, looking around. Clouds.
Yeah.
Shape funny, cloud.
Right.
Boom, down, gone. Gutted in about a minute.
Yeah. So our barn cats, they're the most spoiled barn cats I think I've ever seen in my life. They get wet food and dry food.
Yeah.
But
Cat's not leaving.
Right. But they'll still hunt. But rest in peace, Celine. She was the oldest, most badass barn cat I ever met in my life. She was like in her 20s.
Oh, wow.
And when the barn would run out of wet food, she would go and hunt, and then she'd bring what she killed into the barn and like yell about it.
Yeah.
She was like, "This blood's on your hands."
Well, you're not going to breed out that instinct. That
made me kill.
Survival instinct. It's like me at the pizza ranch. I walk in, it's like, hey, ain't nothing safe in here. It's all going down.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I know I didn't pay for that, but I'm going to eat that. I guess some people would argue that cats get a pass. You got to put a dog on a leash. I guess a cat running around crazy, eating anything he can find. But I don't know how you're ever going to breed that out of them, short of putting them on a leash.
You're not.
Which is pretty cruel.
Cats just breed so fast.
I mean, my cats.
That's why Bob Barker's been yelling at us to spay and neuter.
Boom. Aspen and Nash, man, they love. Oh, they dream about eating a bird on my back deck.
Right? Yeah.
They're too chicken to leave the back deck. They hear the UPS guy. They scuttle back in the house pretty quick, which is a good thing. But no, you can just see them, and they make the different noise.
Oh, the caterwauling.
There's like a crow sitting there on one of my trees, and Aspen thinks he's a great hunter. And I'm like, dude, that bird would peck your eyes out in 2 seconds. Are you crazy?
Especially a crow. And the crow probably knows. It's just sitting there taunting the son of a bitch.
Totally, dude. That's what I thought. The heck is that?
It's caterwauling. Sometimes they'll do that when they're interested in hunting or when they're in heat. Hello.
You ought to get a predatory.
I make the same noise when I'm in heat.
Boa constrictor. That'll take care of your feral cat problem.
People, relax.
What a complete waste
We are killing it online. Have you guys checked the comments?
of cyberspace.
Smoke That Skin Wagon says, you guys are killing it.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast.
We're internet sensations.
Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
So little person actor Dylan Postle upset with Hollywood for not using people from his community in the new Snow White and Wonka movies. Like in Wonka, an Oompa Loompa will be played by Hugh Grant using special effects.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Which that movie looks horrible, by the way.
So here's Dylan talking with Pierce Morgan.
Now we're not only using CGI and spending extra money and funding for these movies when we could just cast dwarves in that role. Now you're taking at least one role away or multiple roles away for Oompa Loompa characters. That's what they were in the past. Roles in Hollywood in general.
You say that with a straight
very
face.
hard for people of my community to get besides the elf and the leprechaun and this and that. So why are they being taken from my community?
You know what the difference is between a dwarf and a midget is? Very little.
Oh, stop. Well, that was like people were mad at Brendan Fraser for his movie, The Whale, and because he wore a fat suit, and they thought that fat actors should have been casted for it.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
look,
it's kind of that same thing where it's like they're not wanting certain actors to have those roles,
right.
but that's kind of how Hollywood works.
The problem that I don't think he's recognizing. I saw the trailer for the Willy Wonka, and that Chalamet kid, man, just about dozed off watching that kid act. The problem dwarf guy has, is that proper? I'm not trying to be an ass.
Yeah, well, he said dwarves.
Okay, that's what I thought. But the problem he has is they wanted a famous face. They wanted a recognizable character.
Right.
So your argument, I get the essence of his argument, but that's not what they were going for. They have a big budget, and they can spend money on making Hugh Grant a dwarf.
Right, and that's always going to be, they're going to want...
Yeah. I mean, what a no non-record. It's more funny knowing who the midgety guy is. That's what makes that funny.
Right. He's mad. They're mad. The community's mad. Not sure.
Like, wouldn't it be more funny if you had
mad little people?
If you had like a Tom Cruise midget over a midget you can't recognize? That's funny.
I'd rather take the little person I do not recognize. Thank you. No Tom Cruise.
Like an Elon Musk, his dumb big head would make a great thing on a midget body.
Well, I mean,
that's funny.
You know, so he's arguing they're not getting roles. Well, what are you going to do once it's all AI generated?
Well, right, and by the way, we're not even talking about acting ability. I mean, Hugh Grant you still have to be able to act.
Right.
So you've got that. So strike two.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm trying to be sympathetic to the guy, but he's missing some points.
I agree with you 100%. 100%.
And you, as a midget, would crack me up.
Thank you. I think.
Suck some helium and talk to me.
They don't all have super high voices.
Well, they do.
Oh, my. No. We're going to end this before we offend literally everybody.
Hi, how's it going?
So Ryan Seacrest was busy for the movie? I don't get it.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
Nice.
Peter
One role Ryan Seacrest did not get was the midget role. I'm shocked. Hi, how's it going?
I guess we need to cast real space aliens to play space aliens in movies now?
Right. Well, and that's
There
where it
go.
goes, right?
Yeah.
Like,
it's kind of a silly argument.
yeah.
You still got to be able to act and or have like what's his name? Dinklage. I love that dude. That dude can act his effing ass off. Now there's a guy. If anybody ought to be mad, it ought to be that guy.
Yeah. So he also spoke out against Dinklage, I guess.
Of course he did. He's the angry midget. Oof. Why don't we just have a movie called The Angry Midget, and he just goes around and terminates everybody? He just kicks everybody in the shin until they bleed to death.
So, yeah, here we go. He also expressed his disappointment in the lack of dwarves in the Snow White remake, a story that traditionally includes 7 dwarves. Doc, Sleepy, Dopey, Grumpy, Happy, Bashful, and Sneezy. Right? However, the live-action version of the classic Disney film won't feature 7 dwarves, but rather 6 non-dwarves and 1 dwarf. So. He's running out of work and he's mad.
Yeah, sure. A lot of people are going to be mad, like you said.
Right.
But he's, I don't know why they're mad all the time. They are little.
Don't.
Well, they are. They're short-tempered. They just seem angry at the cards they were dealt. I'm just spitballing here. I don't know.
I would have thought that are you pigeonholed into roles like the leprechaun and whatever else? Well, yeah, but aren't those kind of your bread and butter?
But then
I think of Bad Santa,
right?
You know, and the elf. and how that was like the one time a year he made a mad stash of cash.
And then on the other side of that, think of 7-foot-tall basketball players or actors. It's not
Right.
like they get a ton of gigs.
Right.
They're too damn tall.
Total. What about the Siamese twins?
Talk about pigeonholed.
Siamese twins. They ain't getting a lot of roles.
0 roles for two-headed people.
Twin Falls, Idaho, 1 role.
Really?
Yeah.
Remember the sisters with the 2 heads attached to one body? I don't see them banking anything.
Right.
They ought to be mad.
Everybody's mad.
I don't know, man.
Well, it's how are you going to argue that? Whatever. Find another profession then, I guess.
Go to work at the Amazon warehouse in Cottage Grove. I don't know what to tell you.
You're working on the lower shelves.
Yes. Hello?
Hey, there was like I forget what it's called. It was Under the Rainbow. There's a bunch of dwarfs in that one. It was like a spoof or behind the scenes of Wizard of Oz.
I think I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
There was a whole bunch of little people in that one.
Yeah, I think I do remember that.
I kind of miss those movies. You know, the CG dwarf and the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka was kind of creepy.
You know who I always liked was that who was that? Was he in that Tom Thumb movie? That black guy. He was a shorty. What was he in? That famous black midget. I can't remember what movie he was in.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Bushwick Bill.
I can't keep it all
Your
straight.
mind's playing tricks on you, man.
I can't keep it all straight, Dave. But no, the most famous little guy is Dinklage, no doubt about it. He's a hell of an actor. He really is good.
And the Willow guy.
And maybe that's who I'm. Is that who I'm thinking about? Is it like
the movie Willow?
That Cox guy or something? Or was that Bad Santa? That's the guy I'm thinking of.
I can't think of his name either.
Willow is Warwick Davis.
There you go.
And then
He's good.
Yeah.
And then the what was the troll movies? They had a couple of dwarves in them. The 80s troll movies.
Well, Vern Troyer died. I remember him. He's dead. He died a couple of years ago. He was fantastic. And
it's too bad with him. He died pissy because nobody could see him as anything but Mini-Me.
Yeah.
But, well, whatever. I mean, he had it made, man. He was in a franchise. He was great.
You might as well embrace it if you're going to get typecast.
Well,
Look at Pee Wee Herman.
Sure. Absolutely.
You know, what else is he going to do?
Right.
But
exactly.
Pee Wee Herman.
So stop jerking in movie theaters and embrace the role.
Right. Get a better actor, maybe you get the part.
There you go. Thanks, bud.
Have a good one.
See, that man brought some common sense
Yeah, dude.
to an uncommon conversation.
Oof.
Hello?
So this weekend I was, half baked and was watching The Wolf of Wall Street, or that scene at the beginning where all the little people with the dartboard.
Dude, it's one of my favorite scenes in there. They had
In a cancel culture, how in God's name is that still acceptable? It's funny as hell.
It's one of the.
How is that?
It's one of the best. I would play it, but I don't.
There's going to be swear words.
Because they were talking about paying to throw little people and what it would take, and I think it's so full of F-bombs, I can't even play it.
You can't play anything from that movie.
No, that's a.
No, but it's an amazing movie.
Oh my God,
And
it's a
sounds
great
like
movie.
Something that you guys would do like 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I know.
But you would do it with your fan base, which is like 12, but it would still be fun.
Yeah, the Wolf of Wall Street midget throwing conversation is one of the key scenes in that movie.
We thought uploading to the cloud was something completely different. The JJO Morning Show Podcast. Johnny and D, JJO.
We in this town, we're having a laundromat problem.
Oh, no.
In Madison. Middleton, to be exact. Remember on the east side a couple of weeks ago, some dude punched out a couple of guys that were trying his clothes on in the dryer?
Yeah.
Just kind of helped themselves to a hoodie?
So weird.
What a coincidence, just my size.
Do you think it's too long?
No. On you, yes. But that hoodie of mine you have on
Fits me perfectly.
fits me just fine.
Give it back.
Here's number 2 laundromat problem. Middleton police trying to identify a man who exposed himself to the laundromat. Why? Just why? Why is the laundromat like a magnet for perv?
Oh, God.
Police in Middleton asking for the public's help, identifying a man exposed himself to a woman at a laundromat in the city last month. How romantic. The man reportedly exposed his genital to a woman at the Allen Boulevard Laundry, 2500 block of Allen Boulevard. See, this never happens at a classy joint like the laundromat next to Daly's in Sun Prairie.
Yeah, right? Never.
Police said he held the door open for the woman.
Oh, it's a trap.
Exposed himself.
Great. Just being nice. Psych, here's my wiener.
He then left on a foot. A release Friday afternoon described the man being in his 30s, approximately 5'10", stocky build, no facial hair. Answers to the name Lance. So let me see. Yeah, this is our second go-round in a laundromat. Is it spring? People just releasing the wang? Is it like a rite of passage?
Yeah.
What is going on?
I wish that he would have just got kicked right in the junk.
And by the way, I'm no expert, but that's not fabric softener. Hello. Oh, that's a sperm joke.
Why do my clothes smell like semen? This isn't relaxing lavender.
Look, is the word sperm give you the heebie-jeebies? Nobody ever says sperm anymore. We don't.
No.
Never is out there anymore.
What gave me the heebie-jeebies was the thought of sperm being in the fabric softener dispenser.
Yeah, rules at laundromat. Always sniff the washer.
Mm-hmm.
See, now, when I lived in Kansas City, we had a laundromat. But remember when I told you I went to a laundromat? It wasn't a laundromat per se. It was the freebies not a freebie, but it was our
in the apartment. Yeah.
Washer and dryer. Each floor had one.
Oh, nice.
Fancy.
I had to slum it all the way down to the basement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not at my joint for $560 a month for a studio.
Yeah.
Fancy.
And there were basement apartments too.
Yeah. I remember I was about 2 doors away from that room, and it had no door on it. I think there were 2 dryers and 2 washers per floor. That was pretty fancy. I'm like, whoa, I'm rich.
I've made it.
And I don't remember hearing the washer and dryer, but I remember hearing, because it was very busy on Saturday and Sunday morning.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I remember hearing the people. I got the very thin walls. I could always hear the people. It was like mobs of people racing to get to the washer dryer. And it's not like there was, I didn't know back then about the soft rule of no mowing your yard till 8 a.m. That didn't come into play, really, at the washer and dryer cubicle space, whatever it was.
Was it open? You could do your laundry 24/7?
Yeah, 24/7.
See, I'd be in there like midnight doing mine.
Exactly, with your vodka butter.
You know, I just did laundry, but everything's got butter stains on it. Sucks.
Just dipping your leftover Easter ham into some vodka butter.
Mind your own business.
No, stop staring at me. So there you go. I guess that's what you do when you're bored waiting on your clothes to dry. Approached an adult female.
Nope.
Hey, it's going to take 20 more minutes to dry these clothes. You want to see my penis? God, just doesn't have it. Just not the soft opening she was looking for.
Oh, man.
Not what she was looking for. I guess you could stay home, put your clothes in a bathtub, and stomp on it like grapes.
So he just opened the door for her, showed his junk, and then ran away?
And then he ran away. Yeah.
God, she probably didn't even have time to process what the hell was happening. It's like, oh, that's disappointing.
Right. But she has to describe it to the police, so she had to.
Yeah, God dang it.
Had to have looked.
That just sucks. You would like to get through your day without seeing.
Yeah, and if your arms are full, can you kind of like kick at the wiener? Can you? Well, he ran. I don't know what the karate move, the evasive maneuver is at that point. You could throw some laundry at him, I guess, at the last minute. Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
You could walk in with a AR-15 strapped to the laundry, I guess.
I mean, somebody that
nobody-
does that is such a wild card.
Nobody will bother you.
You know, you don't know, like, if you want to, do you want to shame them? Do you want to,
Right.
because if you go towards them to kick their junk, you're escalating the situation, right? So what if they not only like to show their junk off, they're also good at karate?
Well, he was off to a good start opening the door, and then he made it all weird.
Well, that's what makes it more asshole.
Right. It's like, don't try to be nice and then show me your wiener. At least second date. Hello. Be cool. Right. Anyways, that is the latest. We're having a bad roll at laundromats. Giving laundromats a bad name.
Be prepared, everybody.
It's true. Check. Right. I would always smell the washer before I used it and check for. We had pets in our apartment. I remember that. Everybody had a freaking dog. So you always check for hair, smell, and I guess semen in the catch, in the little catcher.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
The latest trend, the food trend on TikTok.
Oh, jeez.
Taking the country by storm. Vodka butter.
Booze.
Just what it sounds like. Butter blended with vodka. Chef Carolina Gellin popularized it in TikTok, in a TikTok post a couple months ago. Been picking up steam ever since. You soften 2 sticks of butter. You throw it in a food processor with 3 ounces of vodka. Spread it on some toast. Top with something salty, anchovies, pickles, capers, black pepper.
Sure, why not?
Why not?
Why not? Why wouldn't you?
You know?
To go with your Bloody Mary. Why wouldn't you have some vodka butter toast?
Yum, yum, give me some.
I'll tell you what butter really belongs on, though, is untoasted cherry Pop-Tarts. That's where the butter goes.
What?
Oh, yeah.
You put butter on your cherry pop, just the cherry ones. Cherry Pop-Tarts?
Any Pop-Tarts. I put on a strawberry. Sure, I put a little slab, a little layer of just a little sheen of butter.
Do you do it on the side with frosting or the side without frosting?
I'll do it right on top of the frosting. Just a little butter on top. Butter makes it better.
I believe you.
Never put butter on a Pop-Tart?
You could put butter on anything and it'll make it taste better.
You should.
If you add brown sugar to that,
you should.
You can put it on a turd. You'd still be good.
Vodka butter. Vodka butter. Yeah, I guess maintain. It's like, man, I had a buzz all week. I don't remember why. Oh, yeah. Vodka butter. I wonder if it burns off, though, a little bit.
Well, she's not cooking it.
Oh, that's right. She's not boiling. She's just blending it, did you say?
Yeah, they're in the food processor.
Sure.
So then it's going to be kind of like a whipped butter with a vodka flair. I don't know.
And the purpose is...
Why not? Because I can.
I'm just walking around licking frozen butter sticks, walking around the mall. That's a good look. Talking to myself.
Yep.
Hi, I'm
No. No.
I'm the butter police. I walk up to a stranger at Dick's Sporting Goods. Would you like to lick my butter stick? Yeah, or butter on, like a muffin. I put butter on my Quick Trip muffins, my cranberry, my banana nut. I'll schmear. Real men schmear a little bit. Oh, wait for it.
Okay.
Wait for
What's
it.
going on over there? Very exciting.
Wait for it.
From now on, I want you to put an equal amount of blueberries in each muffin. An equal amount of blueberries in each muffin.
Do you know how long that's going to take?
I don't care how long it takes. Put an equal amount in each muffin.
Why is that the best part of casino? It's
don't
so ridiculous. Makes no sense.
I'm not sure. I mean, vodka butter, what a way to start the day.
I'm going to expand on that and make some Jägermeister butter.
And put it on what?
My vodka butter.
You're going to put your Jägermeister butter on your vodka butter?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Spoon it together. I'm going to eat it like ice cream.
Like pudding.
Like pudding.
All right, dude. Well, you should live about a week doing that.
Yes. Wonder what's in that tub. He takes it everywhere he goes. It's very strange. It's like his
spooning it into your mouth.
It's like his whoopee. I don't understand.
You can learn a lot listening to podcasts.
Did you know that the hottest chili pepper in the world is so hot it could kill you?
Or you can listen to this one.
Bears can smell your menstruation.
I can smell your menstruation.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
It's time for the JJO Morning Show 640 Sex Fix. Talk dirty to me, please.
The Sex Fix is brought to you by our friends at Our Equipment Dodgeville. Looking for a new piece? Our Equipment Dodgeville has hose, Yanmar track hose, and mini bag hose. Call the Barrier Deep experts at Our Equipment, 608-935-9355. Check out the letter ourequipment.com for the entire Yanmar series. Browsing the house.
Deborah!
Hi, guys.
What's up? What's going on?
Yeah, so I heard you guys talking about unfriending. So my thought is, what do you think about unfriending, like, your freaking husband, who is so adamant? He's, like, so adamant about having separate bank accounts.
Oh, yeah. Separate bank accounts. How bad separately are the bank accounts? Does he pay for? What does he not pay for? Let's start there. What does he not?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing. He doesn't pay. He doesn't realize when his wife, is in need of things like getting my nails done or anything. I'm just like, how don't you know?
Will he splurge for a Starbucks coffee in the morning?
He will splurge for a freaking Starbucks coffee in the morning, and I don't understand that. Because once you add up all those Starbucks coffees, I could have got my nails done 3 times.
So skip the coffee. Help me with the nails. Help me with my toenails.
Yes.
Ah, I love it. That's a control mechanism.
Yeah.
That's the old control mechanism. That's really sad.
But you think he doesn't know? He doesn't know your needs. Are your needs being communicated though? Men are kind of slow.
Yeah. He says things like, honey, your nails are pretty. And I'm thinking, well, hell, you didn't get them done.
Right. But he's not making the connection of how they're getting pretty. I get there's not. You need to do like a step by step. I swear to God, they're not. It's not you. It's him.
You know what? I remember oh my God, I am having so many flashbacks today. This reminds me of my first radio job in Pomeroy, Ohio. I had this one guy who would eat all my food. We were broke anyways, and he'd eat all my food that I would buy and apologize. He would eat everybody's food. There were 3 of us in a house together.
Oh my God.
Same concept, ish. So what have you? And then how does it affect the rest of everything? What's going on?
Well, here's the thing. Like, I'm okay with separate accounts, but can we at least have a joint bank account? Like, not even just that. Just can you notice that I'm your wife and we need things too? Like, I do everything for him.
Well, that's my point. It starts feeling like a roommate, right?
Yeah.
Right. Who pays? Does he pay the rent or mortgage?
So he does, and I pay the smaller bills. You know, I take care of the house and, our 2-year-old son. But still, I need time. I'm like, hello, guys.
That would be like, who would watch their wife struggle? I mean, if you've got the finances.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I don't know. He sounds like an ass.
He sounds kind of selfish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he runs everything. I mean, and I get that part. He's the man of the house, but I have needs.
Yuck.
And I don't want to keep paying for my own needs.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't have loans, do you? Do you have like a student loan or something?
Oh, no.
All right. So you have a little bit of money, but it's tight, huh?
Yeah, like it's really tight, and he knows because I only work part-time. He's the breadwinner, and working part-time, he doesn't ask. At least ask.
Dude,
like you care.
financial advisor. Nobody wants to go to a financial advisor.
No.
Because why would he go to a financial advisor? He'd lose some of his fun money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is he doing for fun?
Golfing.
You know, he hangs out, and I feel like I'm always home. And, you know, as soon as can I do a little part-time, 3 or 4 hours, and then he's out and about, and I'm like, well, I'm asking my dad at this point, like, Dad, and my dad is like, what's going on there? And I'm like, I don't want to get into it.
You can't live with someone, I have some experience with this, who makes like 5 times more than you, and then them tell you to budget your coffee.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. That's wrong. That's like mental abuse.
Well, yeah, and financial abuse is a real thing. That's a real thing.
Oh, 100%.
If you've communicated clearly what you need and what he needs to be doing for you, and he's ignoring that, there's issues, man. Don't you think?
Don't feed him. Let him cook his own spaghetti.
Right.
Man cannot live on spaghetti alone.
I don't know a guy that doesn't eat a lot of spaghetti. So that brings some personal experience.
Are you hungry?
No, that's embarrassing. That's horrible. I know we probably don't know all the details, but
Yeah, and of course it's not about the nails. Like, I'm fine with the nails, okay? It's just I'm making that a point because I'm like, goodness.
well, I hope he knows you get half his money when you get a divorce.
Yeah.
Good.
I don't know, honey. Should at least have a joint account, I would think.
That is what I'm thinking. Like, hey,
you know,
a joint account.
The first thing I always think of is the dude's having an affair. That's the first thing I always think when dude and money and stingy. To me, is always that's the first flag for me. Why else would he treat you so bad? That's bad. That's just bad. That's mean. That's because he doesn't want to be with you. Anyways, you have to figure that one out. Well, good luck.
Thank you, guys.
My only solution for you is see if he's cheating, and B, stop cooking for him.
Yeah. I love him, but you guys are right. I got to do something.
Well, no, you're married. You shouldn't be skating by.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Teamwork.
Like I said, he just seems kind of selfish, but you're right about the cheating thing.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
It does seem a little odd, doesn't it? You're supposed to be a team, and it does not sound like you are a team.
Right. If you can't make a team out of that, then you need to get off the team.
Yeah.
Debbie, you sound wonderful. You sound wonderful. Wish you were here. I'd give you a big hug.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
All right. Good luck. Talk to you later. Bye.
Have a good day.
Well, no, that was freaking depressing.
Well, now I'm sad.
Glad I came to work today.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D. Nowhere but JJO.